Hey guys, my name is Bryson Sessions and you're listening to the Bed Project Podcast. This show is a little bit different than other shows out there, so if you want an in-depth understanding of what it's about, please listen to episode 292B. It'll give you all the details for the show and what to expect. So, that being said, here is today's episode. What the fuck was that? What a good start. It's a late one today. It's September 1st. I mean, that's the day that I'm on, but it's 12:44 a.m., so it's technically September 2nd, but still awake, so we're good. Yeah, September 1st, 2024, Sunday. Oh, shit. All right. So I wrote a little list of things I want to talk about, so I can hopefully keep this short and sweet. So yesterday I wrote, or the podcast title it's just long as hell. What is it called? It's called, I don't know, man. What's it called? Don't I have anything written on this goddamn thing? Okay, yeah. Holy shit. It's called Content Creation, New IG, Balance, Good Day Due to Preparation, Program Creation, Logo and Name, All My Bills. That's the name of the show. And I like that because it talks about, or the title has everything that I talked about in the show. So it's quick. You can see the title and make a judgment if you want to listen or not. I like that. I don't know how I can continue doing that. I'm going to try though, so I'm going to keep it the same with this one. So I'm just going to jot down notes as I go so I can hit all the bullets. So anyway, yeah, I'm tired as fuck. Yeah, so Instagram update. So, we're 3 for 3 for making a post every day. Today I made a post about the man in the arena, which is one of my favorite quotes. It's by Theodore Roosevelt. I'm going to spare you the details here and have you read it yourself if you want. Just go and look up Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. It's a great quote. I love it so much. So anyway, the reason why that pertains to the new Instagram is because the new Instagram it's for fitness and mental toughness, and one big giant lead magnet to get people to sign up for the program so I can make a living doing the things that I want to do instead of working for the government. So that's what that is. And these posts pertain to that because it's kind of, I would say the first, 14 posts might be just kind of really simple introductory things just to get me in the flow of doing so, in the flow of posting content again and making it. Because I've been inactive on social media for quite a long time. So getting back into the realm of content creation and posting daily is something that is difficult for me. It's going to take a lot more preparation and a lot more focus to make the things that I want to make and to pump out the content that I know I can. But again, going with the theme of just starting, I kind of am throwing all of that out the window, and I'm just committed to creating content once a week or twice, depending on what I need, and putting content out there, and we'll figure it out as we go. I don't have an exact direction I want to go. I don't have everything figured out, and you don't need to because it's day 3 for me. So I'll figure it out as I go. I'll polish it up as I need. I'll figure out what works and what doesn't with time. But right now, I don't know shit. There's so many things about Instagram that I don't know about as far as creating content. So there's that. Made a third post today. Third post got 4 likes, 2 comments, 1 share. So we got 10 followers now. It's all pretty much family. Yeah, so that's that. So went to the gym today with Lexi, and she was an angel and was able to snap some photos of me. And felt kind of weird because I haven't asked anybody to take photos of me while in the gym for the sake of posting content later in so long. So it felt a little weird. She was really cool about it and got some really great photos. I actually took over 100, and of those 100, there's probably 20 just looking without even going in depth, 20 right off the bat that are excellent that I can use going forward. So that's pretty exciting. Also was wearing some Breed Lions apparel, and I made a folder on Dropbox of all the photos that I got, edited them a little bit so they look a little better as far as color grading and shading and stuff like that. Put it in a folder, sent it to the CEO over there, and if he uses them, great. If he not, then oh well. But seems like a great guy, so yeah, so I got some photos. It's a good day today. I woke up and let's see. So I spent most of the day with Lexi today, but she, again, is an angel. Totally okay just hanging out while I work, which is, I don't know, that's crazy to me. So shout out to Babe here. So yeah, I spent some time with her and then just kind of worked the rest of the day. So we hit the gym and stuff, made some breakfast, made some lunch, and it was great. So I got a lot done in that regard. And off the top of my head, I don't know. I finished the third training block. I put it all into the software today, so that was a big task done. So I'm very hyped about that. So tomorrow, all I have to do is periodize it in the software, in the calendar, and I'm good to go. And that'll be done, honestly, first thing in the morning. So I'm very excited about that, because when that's done, that's pretty much it for the training part of the program for the first 3 months. I mean, I would still have to make 9 more months worth of programming, but if I'm only selling a 3-month package at the moment, that's all I absolutely need to get started. If I have somebody later on in 2.5 months that wants to extend, then they can do that, and then I'll have to commit to making the program then and there. And it's not hard. I enjoy the process, but I don't really know how to explain it. I enjoy doing it, but it's so tedious when you have to upload everything and change the reps and yada yada. It's just, that part blows. So whatever. So it was a good day today. Yeah, so I got the training done. Post on Instagram. Wrote a couple more Twitter posts. Did some more Photoshop on the logo and stuff like that, as far as implementing, I guess, backdrops or whatever inside the training software. I got more things set up with the calendar and the metrics, habits, tasks for clients to see. Trying to make it as easy as possible. Very detail oriented here. I really am trying to make it just so simple to follow. Everything's laid out so crystal clear. That's the goal. The goal is, I've said this before, but the goal is, when I get questions, it's about deep things or about things that I can't have an answer for immediately. What I mean is, I'd rather have somebody ask me questions about how to choose a mental toughness task, which is part of the program, or a good way to track a certain food if they're doing something with blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'd rather have the questions be that, instead of, hey, how do I log a workout? Oh, hey, how do I set a timer on my, because those I can explain in videos and documents and guides. And if they're not crystal clear, then I need to do a better job. So there's that. Training. Yeah, the training block's done, so that's cool. I think that's what I wanted to talk about there. Last thing, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'm very tired. Is I gave UseMotion another try. So I got hopped on another 7-day free trial with the Apple email. And I'm rocking with it to give it a fair shot, to look in depth about everything. Take some time to watch some tutorials. And let's just learn the software. So what is UseMotion? It's pretty much just a calendar, but the calendar has integrated AI. So I can tell it, so for example, I come into the settings, I go to my schedules, and I can set different schedules for different things. So for example, I have non-job hours. So that would be all the time that I'm not at my job. So that's that schedule. Then I have a second schedule of gym time. And now that schedule is set Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at different times on each day, kind of. So 1 to 5 on Sunday, Saturday, and Friday, and then 3 to 5 on Tuesday, Wednesday. So when I schedule anything in that, so when I put a task into when I write a task and I put it into the gym time schedule, it will only schedule tasks within that schedule. So it's called gym time because that's when I'm scheduling gym. So when I schedule the gym, it will only schedule that in those time blocks. And it's helpful. It's very helpful so far, it seems, because if I have other tasks I need to get done, they will be put around that, inside of it if need be, but the gym will never be scheduled outside of that, which is the most important part. So if something has to get rescheduled, then it'll stay within that block, because that's the time I want to go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym right as I wake up. I don't want to go to the gym at 5 p.m. So I set the parameters of when I want to do that. So we've got the non-work hours, and then we've got the gym time. Then we've got another setting because I have the every other Friday that I do work. So there's that. And then the progress check, fitness, I'm just testing stuff out. So with that, I've been writing a list of things that I could implement into the calendar. So the reason why I want to use this is because it's a calendar, but it also acts as a task list. So I can just check it off for the day. So I can go to my projects here and just click done. It's done. Click it off and I'm done for the day. So I can see my tasks at a glance, see my projects, and just click a little circle. Boom, done, completed. So it's super cool. So it's an intuitive, artificial intelligent calendar checklist that moves in real time with how my schedule actually flows. And I think I'm getting to a point where having that type of organization is something that I really do need. I've always looked at calendar apps like this and thought that they were dumb because, I thought that they were dumb. And I think that's because I didn't have shit going on. Because I've tried having an Apple Calendar and a Google Calendar and using them and keeping track of the things I got going on. But the truth is, I've never had anything going on. So the things that were on my calendar were gym, work, sleep. That's it. So I don't need a calendar to memorize how to sleep, go to work, and hit the gym. I do those things every day, no matter what. So, yeah. So for example, let's say I've got, let's say I've got just 10 tasks in a day. If I cancel one, it doesn't just leave that spot open. It will pull tasks from later in the day, so they're earlier. And then with the time at the end of the day, it might pull tasks from tomorrow that I could finish today. So it absolutely maximizes efficiency and productivity as long as I follow it. So the way it works is I push T, I make a task. I can name the task. I'll say, bed podcast. I give it a little color. I make the priority so it's high, medium, low, whatever. Recurring. So how many times am I going to record a podcast? So it's daily, every day. How long do I think it's going to take? About 45 minutes. So that's with recording and then typing, uploading, editing, whatever. Shouldn't take that long, but it does. And then warn me if it's past due. So it'll notify me if the task is scheduled after the deadline. But there's really no deadline here. It's every day. So hard deadline, meaning if the task is toggled on, it'll prioritize this task and make sure it schedules before the deadline if needed. And it'll reschedule. It'll schedule it outside of work hours or another selected schedule in order to meet the deadline. So I don't have a hard deadline with these types of things. And then I assign it the schedule. So this would be, probably have to make a new schedule with podcasting, or not give it a schedule and it just goes in there. And it just, wherever there's free space, that's where it gets scheduled. So I just did that. And it looks like it's got the podcast every day right after the gym. So it looks like I go to work, and then from 3 o'clock to 4:30, that's gym time for 90 minutes worth. So I'm looking. So for example, the gym here is an hour and a half. If I want to shorten that, let's say I got from the gym early, shorten that, I can move the task. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh shit. Fucked it up. Don't know how to fix this. Great. So I put that back down. Is that what I do? There we go. So there we go. So if I move the gym, it should move my podcast back. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and refresh. Yep. So I moved my gym back. So I got done with my gym 30 minutes early today, we'll say. It then pushes my whole schedule up so that if I got done a half hour early, instead of my tasks starting at 4:30, they now start at 4, which is right after the gym. And obviously I would only do that if I was good to go and I had the time. So, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to extend it back. Okay, what the fuck is going on, bro? Hold on. Let's put that back to 4:30. Got to move the podcast. 4:30. Move task. Boom. Yeah, so now it's back. Long way of saying it's all automated, so I don't have to worry about going and changing times and moving everything around and whatever. Like, for example, if I have an 8-hour task on Sunday that needs to be done, maybe it's me working on a podcast or something. If I all of a sudden have 8 hours freed up in my day today, it will pull that because it's 8 hours. And if I specify that it has to be done that day or whatever, it'll pull that and put it on my calendar for today. So that's what I'm working on today. So it takes the thought out of what do I need to do today. It just does it all for me. And I was thinking about that the other day. If I woke up and I had a big list of things that I needed to do for the day and I knew how to do them, I just had to complete them, I would be on fire. For me, the drawback is when I wake up, I go about my day, and I don't really know exactly what I should or need to work on. So I do something, and I don't know if that something is the best thing. But if I have a calendar app such as this, I can wake up, look at the calendar app, and see for my day, this is what I got going on. This is what I can expect to work on. And for example, if I'm at work, I have 10 hours to think about how I can execute on the last 6 hours of my day. On a day where I wake up and I don't have work, I can, again, look at my calendar, see what I have to do for the day, and I guess just plan accordingly. So it's definitely one of those things where you got to set it up, make it work the way you want it to. But after that, I think it's crazy valuable. And I don't know for sure. I can only imagine that it is. One of the other drawbacks is that this motherfucker is $35 a month. Let's see, 408 divided by 12. What is that? 34 a month. So it's $34 a month. Or I can pay $20 a month, but it has to be paid up front for a year. So it's $19 a month, actually. So I'm going to give it a shot, I think. Maybe pay for a month. I don't know. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I want that organization and to see what I'm working on for the day and all that shit. So that's it. That's the whole idea. So going back to what I was saying earlier, I over the course of however long, I've been making this list of things that I could implement into this because I've always had this software on my mind, but I've never, I don't know. It just seems so good. I keep seeing ads for it. So, I mean, I probably had to see 48 ads before it got me to turn my head again. But so we got things like milestone. I think I might have talked about this already. I for sure did. I remember going through this list. But some of the things that I can put on the calendar are milestone episodes for this show, when to stretch, when to hit the gym, already did that, when to schedule certain appointments like get my hair cut or oil change or whatever, just kind of routine maintenance shit. It's just recurring. I don't have to worry about setting it. So once it's set, it's there. Taking progress photos and measure myself, stepping on the scale. Certain dates like paying back cards or loans or whatever. Certain dates to check finances and to check the budgeting, make sure everything's up to date and good to go. So I can do that bi-weekly. What days am I podcasting? What days are my social media days? What times during those days do I need to film? Which times during those days do I need to edit content and make posts or whatever? What's my work schedule? And I definitely talked about this because I remember seeing that and thinking or saying that I would have to change that for FedEx, but I don't have to worry about that anymore. What days I need to take my garbages out and which days I need to take my recycle bin out. Which days do I need to grocery shop? Which days do I need to meal prep? Which days do I need to be on top of other things? and then rinse and repeat. And with all of those things that I just said, I can choose the time in the scheduling that those things should take place. If it can't fit in the schedule, it'll say it doesn't fit, I think, and it'll pop up at the top of my calendar. Either way, I see it and I know it needs to get done, which is the most important part. Everything else, with all the free time, with all the time that's not scheduled, I can see that and I can add a task. So if it's the start of the week, I can add a task and say, I don't know, I gotta print this off and fax it and send it to Chanel in building 20. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I can make that, schedule it in there, and then it's in there. It's in the schedule, and I can see it. I can move it around if I want. If I don't touch it, it'll be automatically scheduled as a result of other things moving around. So maybe I'm going on vacation. I can block out these 3 days, and without having to move 3 days worth of shit around, it just pushes it back. So if I take off the 26th, 27th, 28th, go on vacation in September, then it will push all of those 3 days back. So on the 29th, 30th, and the 1st of October, those tasks will get pushed to that, and everything kind of gets pushed back. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to go in there, drag and drop, change dates, blah, blah, blah. It does it automatically. And I think that's sick. Not to mention it functions as a to-do list kind of thing. I go there and check them off. And it's got different interfaces. It's got so many different things you can do. So I'm on here. I click add task on the list view. I don't see a calendar right now. Click list view, and I can see the things I need to get done. So if I click on, where do I see it? I'm still learning all this shit, but I see the day and what I need to accomplish today. So that's really cool. Anyway, that's enough of that. That's pretty much what happened today. It was a good day. I'm just very tired, but made some forward progress, and that's all that matters. So anyway, guys, that's the show. I'm gonna go to bed, so I'll talk to you guys technically later today. Real quick, so this show is going to be uploaded in 44 minutes or 54 minutes. That's funny. All right, bye-bye. If you haven't already, please go check out episode 292B. It explains what the show is about in depth. If you are a new listener and want to know what the hell is going on, why I sound like shit, why it's not organized, why it's not professional, 292B explains it perfectly. So go give that episode a listen if you haven't already. Thank you so much for giving my stuff a try, and I will see you tomorrow for another episode.